People are saying that J-Hope's sister accidentally posted about Jimin and Song's relationship. We have some posts going viral that people believe are racist, as well as we have a new CEO speaking out. So dumplings, it's Dave decided, let's get into it. If you're not aware, our Lisa baby from Blackpink is a new CEO. She has her own label now, and a lot of the music that she is producing is now being produced under that label. That also means that budgeting and things like that is decided by her. Now, the budgeting and the amount of money that she might pay for promotions, music videos, and that sort of stuff actually does not come out of her own pocket. So this is a huge misunderstanding. People believe that since she now controls her own label, that everything comes out of her own pocket. However, this is not true. She partnered with RCA, which is a huge record label in America, if you don't know, and they would be responsible for things like resources, marketing, and potentially budgeting. I don't know for sure, but it makes sense that they would be responsible for that. And the main thing that she gets for having her own label is just the fact that she owns all her music and all that stuff. Now, this gets interesting because a lot of people were asking this question of, has a music video ever been too expensive that she has to go over the budget? And she says that most of the time the music videos end up being way too expensive and she goes over budget. She does often try to negotiate the prices of these music videos to get a better rate, but again, she always ends up going over. She says her priorities lies with the fact that she wants to make sure her music videos align with the expectation that her audience might have. This is amazing, and it's really good to be in this position because a lot of artists simply just can't go over budget just because they want to. The budget usually given to you by a label is all encompassing. This means that this is the budget that you get for touring. This is the budget that you get for marketing expenses. This is the budget that you would get to get billboards or potentially get your song in stores or on streaming platforms. So for much smaller artists, they definitely cannot go over budget with their music video portion of the budget, because then they would not be able to get the proper promotion to get the music video out. Now, the difference here is if Lisa were to go over budget, however much money she might go over budget, let's say $100,000, that money can simply just come out of her own pocket because she has it, and then she would essentially make it back later. But a lot of new artists don't have that money in their pocket already to pour into a music video, and if they were to go over budget, they would be using the budget for their marketing. And for a lot of artists, the risk of using money from the marketing budget to pour into the music video is just too high. What if spending all that money on a music video leads to no one caring because it's not being pushed? And for a new artist, this is definitely very possible. I think it was very cool that Lisa was very transparent with this. It's good to hear some of the responsibilities that a new CEO might have, and it really puts into perspective the things that artists have to do in the industry. I think if people understood the industry a little bit more, there would be a lot less hate, there would be a lot less confusion, and just all around a lot more understanding. And overall, we definitely need a lot more understanding within this community. It was very interesting because a lot of people were extremely upset over a post that Azealia Banks made about Lisa. If you don't know who Azealia Banks is, let's talk about that. She is a rapper, and she's undoubtedly really talented. She definitely has some songs that are extremely catchy, and she's definitely good at what she does. However, I think most people can't name more than 2 or 3 of her songs because the things that she is known for are just her controversies and just the things that she says on Twitter that get people really angry. Recently, some people tweeted at her to ask her if she listens to Lisa or if she is a fan of Lisa's music. Azealia Banks responded and said that she doesn't listen to K-pop. The community was very upset and called her xenophobic because they said that she was purposely not giving Lisa's music a chance and just automatically labeling it as K-pop and saying it's something that she's not interested in. And then on top of that, Lisa's new music is all in English for the most part, and usually I definitely don't side with Azealia Banks. I think some of her takes are definitely outlandish, but I will say what the community is saying here doesn't make full sense. I think it's perfectly acceptable for someone to say that they don't want to listen to K-pop or that they're not interested in K-pop, and then they would not even give an artist a listen because they just think that they're not going to be interested in it. So even if Lisa comes out with an album that is fully American pop or just not considered K-pop like she did, the fact of the matter is she was once considered K-pop, and people who aren't interested in K-pop at all might not even give her a chance just because of what she used to make. And the thing is, I may not necessarily agree with the fact that people do that, but the fact of the matter is people do that. And the K-pop community is notoriously known for doing this themselves because they don't believe that people ever change. So they're expecting other people to give a former K-pop star a chance or a listen because now they're not necessarily making K-pop music, but at the same time, these are the same fans who wouldn't give another artist a listen after a controversy because apparently other artists can't change. The arguments were interesting because they were saying that Lisa isn't even a K-pop star, she's from Thailand, and I think this is extremely strange because yes, she's not Korean, but is that what makes music within K-pop K-pop? Just that they have to be Korean? Because there's so many Chinese K-pop stars that make K-pop music. And the fact of the matter is, when she was making K-pop music, she was still Thai. People still called the music that she was making K-pop. So now they want to say that it's not K-pop because she was never Korean, but that doesn't make any sense. Now, Azealia Banks did go on and make some other posts talking about how it seemed like these K-pop stars were getting awards and accolades or brand sponsorships, and she was upset that a lot of the people of her nationality were being overlooked. To which I will say that I am obviously a little bit biased here because I am Asian, but Asian people definitely were not given a lot of opportunities. And this doesn't mean that other races were given a lot of opportunities, but the bottom line is Asian people were not, and now that a little bit more opportunities are coming their way, why is this such a bad thing? This bothers me because it feels like it falls under the same narrative that I've heard over and over again, which is that Asian people are not considered people of color. Asian people don't have racist things happen to them. People are upset when Asian people win or get accomplishments because they're seeing it as if it's someone who already has a lot of privilege getting more privilege, when we're all in the same boat. We all had to climb out of the dirt to get a little bit of privilege and a little bit of success. Another thing that was interesting was apparently J-Hope's sister had leaked something really interesting. It was rumored that J-Hope's sister Jiwoo is close friends with Daeun. Song is someone who for the longest time people thought she was in a relationship with Jimin. The rumors go back pretty deep. A lot of people like to say things like it's clear that they're living together because in some photos that Song might post on Instagram or some photos that Jimin might post on Instagram, you can see the flooring, the tiles, or some of the kitchen utensils being the same. Other than that, Song apparently has also posted pictures with Jimin's name or in support of BTS, so people really believe that the two are in a relationship together. Now, I've debunked this many times. I don't believe that the two are in a relationship together. I do believe that the apartment that we see that looks very similar is likely a luxury apartment, and all of those apartments kind of look the same, especially from the same building. Specific developers also have a very specific style that they use to replicate over and over again. And also if they live in the same area, then they're probably going to go down to the same stores to buy the same things. However, there was a recent post where people were talking about the fact that it seemed like Jiwoo and Song went on vacation together. The post was both of them allegedly posting a picture of both of them at some sort of snowy resort separately on their own accounts. And we could see the mountainside and the water flowing, and both of them posted like the same picture, so it made it seem like they were both there together. Some people were even comparing the fact that if you look at the particular ice in the water that broke off, they match up. So it's clearly that they both were there at the same time. Because if not at the same time, then obviously the ice would have moved away, right? And then some people were saying that it was quite clear that Song had a close relationship with BTS or BTS's family, specifically saying that this obviously means that they all have a relationship with each other, and that likely it could be because she is in a relationship with Jimin. Now, I've been wrong before, but I did do a little bit of my own research, and I tried to look for that specific photo that was posted on Song's Instagram account on Jiwoo's account. If you look at that picture that is supposed to represent Jiwoo's account, there will be a specific location on the top. That's usually where users can tag where they've been. So I used it as a way to search when this picture was posted. And I went and found the only post with that location tagged on it on Jiwoo's Instagram account, and there is no snowy mountain picture. To me, this picture was taken, perhaps screenshotted from the original video that Song posted, and then re-edited or saturated and changed and pasted on top of Jiwoo's account to make it look like this. So to me, I don't think that this is real, but if you actually do find the photo and that is a photo that's actually on her account, I will say just because two people go on vacation together and just because two people know each other really well definitely does not mean they're in a relationship together. They're both famous. They're going to have famous friends. Celebrities like to hang out with each other. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out Patreon for more videos. A link down below. Thank you to this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.